Strangerverse, I'm so gonna be on this stream. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you can see this little setup. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it today. I feel like I'm just gonna let it unfold the way it unfolds. And I wanna remind people that you don't need every single possible craft, paper, pen, marker. You don't need everything. Whatever you have, use whatever you have. If it's a pencil and a piece of paper, that's perfect. You don't need everything. So I'm curious to know, hi, Mr. Friends here as well. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. I was just saying that use whatever you have. I happen to be a slight nerd when it comes to this stuff, so I have a lot of excessive things. In fact, I have too much, but it's not necessary. So use whatever you have, and remember, whatever you create today, if you're comfortable sharing it, hello, yay, Wyoming's here. If you're comfortable sharing your creation, please do add it to the community tab at the end of this live stream on my channel. I would love to feature it in a vlog. Lauren's here. Yay, Lauren. I was just saying that I am kind of a nerd when it comes to this stuff. So I have like an excessive amount of supplies and different things that I've cut out from magazines. But if you're strong at drawing, draw. If you want to just write words, if you only have a scrap piece of paper and a pencil, please use it. This is the most important part. How's your workout journey going? Good. I went to the gym today. Thank you. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Mr. Friend says, oh, wow, you have a full setup. Absolutely. Yes, I have a full setup, and I wanted to like show you some images because some things I just cut out of flyers. Like I wanted to even show you a Costco flyer, for example. Where did it go? A Costco flyer, for example. Yeah, you might not put a picture of a burger necessarily if you have goals to eat healthy, but maybe the word connection, right? I think that once we start kind of like looking at our surroundings, we might have a lot more miscellaneous supplies than we think that we could use. Hey, look, Mr. Friend says I got a few travel brochures and some pens and pencils. Yay. Thank you. Please do share in the chat what supplies you have. Again, I'll share some of mine, and you don't need much. You just need something to write with and a scrap piece of paper. And even if you just write words, folks, again, creating a vision board and action board is not going to change our life overnight, okay? But a combination of talking about our hopes and dreams, being able to articulate it, seeing it somewhere, and thinking about what's one small step that I can do to achieve something that I've created here today. It's a start, folks. Talking about positivity, following the content, all of it. It's all a start. There's no magic here. It's not just one thing that's going to make us transform. It's a bunch of small things over time. So that's what this channel is about. Mr. Friend's got some travel brochures, pens and pencils. If you can drop it in the chat, what supplies you have, or if you're just speculating, you're just watching today, I would love to read it. We've got Super says, wow, is it Super Casey? Super Independent Casey? I can't see. Can you go back to the table again and face the other way? I'm sure if you stay on the channel long enough, that'll happen. Beautiful eyes, says the Creative Con. Thank you for being here. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. It's 10:13 a.m. The goal today, I have a little setup because I was just saying I'm a nerd. I nerd out on this stuff. I'm 45, but I think I'm like 14 trapped. I'm a 14-year-old trapped in a grown woman's body. I love cutting out images from flyers and magazines. Again, if you want to eat healthy, you might not cut out this image from this Costco flyer, but you might cut out the word connection. You want to make connections at work, connections in your life, connect with spirituality, connect with yourself. Like every single word and image that we are all going to put on our vision board today, on our creation, but whatever you want to call it, on our piece of paper, means something to us. It doesn't have to, we don't have to explain it, right? I'm going to go through some things here because I'm obviously reading your comments here. I'm like the middleman for this project. I'm the middleman of this project. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I've done before, what it meant for me. And I would love to read your name and comments, what things you're working on your vision board. Is it fitness? For me, it's eating properly. So I might cut this image out and draw like a red line on it because this looks like something I would have picked to eat, but I don't want to, I want to make better choices. So like, this is a place where we're being, thank you. I appreciate the Creative Con says you don't look 45. Yay. I feel youthful inside. And I love sharing the ideas and things that I do in real time, in my real life with you, if there's any value here. And again, there's not one thing that's going to be magical, folks. I'm not suggesting this is going to transform your life, but now you can start talking out loud about what you want. Told you in a few times we'll see you flexing and kissing. Oh, yay. Oh, yeah, I told you. In a few times we'll see you flexing and kissing those biceps, Wyoming says. Thank you, because Wyoming knows that I am working on becoming more of a person that does lift weights, go to the gym regularly, make better food choices. I'm on that journey too. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working towards it, folks. And I feel like we're all a bit of a work in progress, and some of us are further along than others. And I have some areas where I'm very strong in, and other areas where I can see I need improvement. And creating our vision boards today, again, using words, drawings, pencils, markers. You don't need all the supplies and stickers and stuff. If you have old travel magazines, write down your name, write down what supplies you have today, and maybe a couple words to describe the things that you're thinking of that you want for your future, and put on your action board. And I can show you some of the stuff that I've come up with. Like, one might wonder, why would a grown woman have a Lego guy? And truly, I'm not necessarily a Lego person. I'm not a Lego builder. But to me, this image represents play, and just playing and having fun. I have a 14-year-old son, and even just that act of play and creativity and doing something, like, that's what this image means to me. But it could mean something else to someone else, right? Listen, I don't want to move. I love my home. But if an abundant amount of wealth came to me and I got to travel the world and rent places and maybe one day have my cottage, my own cottage, it might look like this. And again, this is something that I cut out from a magazine. Maybe this is what you would want your house to look like right now, or your cottage right now, or maybe your guest house in the back of your mansion. Like, there's no judgment here, folks. It's whatever you want, whatever the images and words mean to you. Let me see. Is it super? I can't read this for some reason. I'll call you Casey. I'm going to see. A body fit check. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Wyoming says you look like you were about to flex the biceps. When you were talking about your gym journey. Yeah, one day I will. One day I'll feel more comfortable with flexing my biceps. Oh, those leggings are nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I went to the gym today. Again, I'm working on it, folks. So what type of images are you going to cut out for yours? Let's see. I can show you some stuff that I've put in mine before. What journal? This is one of my journals from 2024. I write stuff in here, but I also stick images of the things that I wanted, and just kind of aging well and being happy and healthy with my family. That's why I picked an image like that. Obviously, money to represent financial peace of mind and freedom. And this is a little shot of like an excursion that you can go on in Niagara Falls, Canada, Niagara Falls, Canada. Like, I want adventure. I want to try new things. I want to go on adventures, things I haven't done before. So let's see. I'm glad you're here, folks. If you're comfortable dropping in the chat, yeah, easy there. If you're comfortable dropping in the chat what you want to work on, what your future goals are, what type of images, what kind of supplies you have, where you're from. I would love to read your name and comment live while we create our vision board. Eating healthy, obviously. Eating healthy is one. Making better food choices. I've shared before that I have a sweet tooth and a salty tooth, and I'm working on it. So what would you put on your image board? Mr. Friend has a travel magazine. I have one as well, and there's a lot of great stuff in these old magazines, but I know Lauren, she's actually a talented artist. So if you have the ability to draw, I can't draw, but if you have the ability to draw like the sunset, the mountains, or a bicycle, or pieces of art, or whatever it is that can kind of showcase what you want for your future, that's even better. Draw it with your own free hand. That's probably even more powerful. But if you're like me and you can't draw, cutting out images or even just writing the words of the things you want, it matters, folks. It matters. Mr. Friend says, I got a picture of a guy playing violin. Oh my God, I would love to get into playing music again. That's beautiful. I think humans, grown-ups especially, now, especially more than ever, we need hobbies. We need things to get us off our screens, something to look forward to, a hobby, a skill, something you could work towards. I mean, you're building brain cells. There's so much benefit to that, Mr. Friend. What a beautiful image. I would love to know how to play an instrument. I wish that I could. And if I could draw, I would draw like a DJ set. I have a feeling that I would be really good at mixing songs together if I knew, or I don't know, I've never been exposed to that before, but I have a feeling that there's something there for me with music too, but it's not an instrument. I don't know how to play one, but I could learn. I love that. I love that. Folks, please do share some of the images you have, what your name is, where you're from, what your goals are. Like, I mean, playing an instrument is such a beautiful and noble and ideal goal. And maybe that's what we're aiming for too. A little bit of fun, but some ideal goals, something that stretches us or something that, you know, could be really fulfilling in this lifetime. Hey, money and finance and having wealth and a big home, all of that's beautiful too. If that's part of your desire, folks, like, feel free to say it. Feel free to write it and talk about it. We have to write and talk about more of the things we want. I have this quote that I printed out. I don't know if you can see it or if it reverses it, but it says the most important thing you'll ever wear is your attitude. And I feel like this quote reminds me of a couple things. It reminds me of how much power we have, like how much our own attitude actually reflects right back to us, the world that we experience, our own attitude. So like, the most important thing you'll ever wear is your attitude, because it literally will reflect back to you in your life. So I love that. We've got here, Mr. Friend says, I started playing piano a few years ago and gave up as my mental health wasn't great. You can start playing at any age, Robin. You should try it. That's lovely. That's lovely. I put my son in piano lessons for many years, and now he's in guitar. Oh, it reversed it. Well, then there you go. I think you might have, again, I feel like we did this last live stream with you. I feel like your answers and your statements often, like, your statements have your answers built into it. There's a lot of things you've written in the comments in the past on our live streams where you've almost like already showcased that you have an answer. So if your mental health for any reason is not feeling the best and you happen to know how to play an instrument and you have that instrument, by golly, I think that might be your ticket, or one of them, you know? It's definitely one of them. I love that. Cam says, you look a bit like Mocha from Illit. Oh, I don't know who that is, but I hope Mocha is a lovely young lady. That would be great to hear. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. We're creating a vision board. I was curious to know what your name is, where you're from, what supplies you have, what kind of things you want to put on your vision board. I've shared these vision boards aren't going to be magic, but it's a start to identify what we want. So let me see how I can set this up. Mr. Friend says, yes, you are right. Absolutely. Playing an instrument, having a hobby, especially if you're feeling down, is probably exactly what we need. I find live streaming and connecting with other people, I feel like that's what I need too. And in turn, I feel like it's a nice thing to do, to communicate with you folks and read your names out loud and stuff. Let's see. Is it, oh gosh, Hitler too says, do you know that in Africa, parents are older than their children? Oh my gosh, I had no idea that that math could even exist. But I'm glad you're here. I've never seen your name before. Welcome to the channel. My name is Robin, reporting live. We're gonna create an action board. And we're gonna talk about the things we want for our future. What do you want for your future? Let's talk about some good stuff in life. You know, it's very easy to get caught up in the negative, right? What are you creating today? Let's see, Mr. Friend says, I got pictures of fireworks to represent celebration and a picture of a beautiful beach. I love the sea. Mr. Friend, it sounds like you're gonna create a beautiful vision board. And remember, folks, the subscribers that are comfortable sharing their vision board, their action board, you could photograph it and leave it in my community channel and, you know, share anything you want about it, or just put the image, whatever you want, and I'll feature it in my next vlog. I want to, this is a reciprocal channel. Like, you know, I get a lot from you and I appreciate you here, and I would love to give back. Let's see. Alan Williams says, agree or disagree with Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I would have to need a refresher of that hierarchy. I can't even think of it in this moment. So it's hard for me to agree and disagree without really being refreshed and doing my own research on stuff. Cam says, my woman makes vision boards. I like it when she does. Yay. Hey, Tom. Tom's here. He says, yikes, I'm late, but I'm here. Tom and I did a vision board, okay, once on a live stream. And it was just Tom and I, right? It was just me and you on the live stream. And I was showing you some images that I had cut out. And I could tell you exactly what date it was. It was July 21st, 2025. Tom. Hey, SG's here too. And Lauren, yes. Hey. I have lots of cats and kittens, Tom says. Hey, SG's here. I was just sharing that. Oh, you pre-cut out images. Perfect. Last year in July, I did a live stream and I was creating a vision board, and Tom happened to be there, and he had purchased one of the journals for his lady and went out, got it, brought it back, and we created, I did this, and I remember showing Tom this image, and Tom wrote like, hey, that guy looks like me. And I was like, okay, this is beautiful. I cut out older people always to represent us aging well. And so this was Tom's. This was Tom and I's build. This was the vision board from July 21st, 2025. So I'm glad you're here, folks. I'm glad SG's here. It has been a long time because I feel like our schedules are different now. You're back in Miami. You're probably not up at 7:40 when I do my real live. We've got Lauren's here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. I love this. This is that special YouTube community where we are going to build something great. Oh, it does look like me, although I'm fatter and shorter. That's so funny. Lauren says, SG. Good, lovely. Oh, we haven't seen him for a while, right, Lauren? We miss him. Can you find a picture of an incredibly handsome super athlete? It looks like me, Cam says. Yes, I hope to find that. Mr. Friend says, hi, everyone. You see, this is a wonderful community, folks. If you happen to have your supplies or you're drawing something or writing something, please do drop it in the chat. I would love to read what you're working on, see what images. We've got some people with images of the beach. This is so beautiful. Lots of cats. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. I've got some images too. I love, like, simple things like this woman, is just enjoying nature, enjoying every season. And as someone that lives in Canada and we go through really cold seasons, I've got to incorporate that into part of my joy. I can't just be inside cold all the time. So, like, this might not mean something. Someone else might scroll right past that image, but for me, it means something. I'd be curious to see what your boards look like. SG says, yeah, back in Miami, I agree. The schedules are not matching anymore. Haha, but no worries. I'm gonna make it work out. Yes, I'm gonna have to do a nighttime one as well, and I'll hopefully see you some weekends. I know you're busy. Tom says, cats and glue sticks, writing about reincarnation. Tom, that's so interesting. I read a book a few years back about reincarnation, and then it started to get a little weird on me, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to read this. And I kept reading it, and I'm glad I did, because it was the most fascinating subject ever. So I love that you shared that. That's really cool. Folks, these boards are like just unique to us. Whatever image means something to you. I shared this image meant play for me. It meant just playing and be free. SG says, oh wait, 1 second. Cam says I made an origami cloud yesterday. It was mediocre, which is better than I was. Listen, I think we only get better with time, folks. There's nothing I'm going to create here that's special. We get better with time. SG says to Lauren, yeah, since I returned back to Miami, life has been a bit hectic and more wild since I was, off Miami for 5 months straight. Imagine. Guess the city and people missed me way too much. Laugh out loud. Duh, of course, we missed you here on the live stream. Imagine what your real friends and family must have missed you. Absolutely. But it's lovely to see your name back here, as always. Mr. Friend says, I got pictures of a coach, a train to represent travel, a picture of someone making dough because I love cooking, and a picture of a colorful little town. Oh my gosh, that sounds so vibrant. Top Diva's here. Hey, Robin. Hey. She says, Wild Dove is here and says hello. Oh my gosh. I love seeing your names. Like, you guys are the OGs. You guys are the friends of the friends. Like, this is beautiful. Please do tell me what pictures you have, what you're creating today, what it means to you. I would love to read it. Mr. Friend says, do we need to put them in a scrapbook or any order with some writing? It's whatever you want. For me, sometimes I like to just stick the images. I'm gonna get my glue sticks and my vision board. I might actually have some magnets. I might do it an easier way here. And then eventually, yeah, I like to write words in between, but you don't have to. You could do whatever you want. You could stick it, you could stick one word in the middle that means something to you and then put all your images around it. You could draw an image of yourself and everything else, like anything you want. That's the great thing about this. It's whatever you want. So let me see. Wild Dev says, I'm here again. I love coming to stop by. Yay, and I love having you. Top Diva says, damn, hey SG, I saw your latest reel. Your latest reel. Oh my gosh, wait, it's going too fast. In Italy, you took Robin's advice and seriously started showing your travel destinations. Isn't it beautiful to see his travel and like life through his eyes? I think it is nice. I think as humans, we are curious of like how other people live and what they're doing, and it's nice to see that, and I think it's beautiful. And then we can say like, wow, that place looked beautiful. One day I'd love to go there, and we can just be happy for each other, right? I love this. Tom says, I first did a vision board. Oh, in art therapy in a treatment center, saw a better life. Yes, I think, you know, Tom, I feel like what you said is very important, and you reminded me of something important. Folks, when we create this, it's not meant to just do it once and then we just like leave it. We have to really look at it and analyze it and think like, what does this mean for me? What small step can I take? What actionable step can I take to kind of pursue one of these? Which one's the most important to me? And it's an action board where you're gonna take a small action after. I mean, this in and of itself is creating an action. Talking about it, sticking images down, seeing it, really getting in touch with what you want for your future. It's actually a bigger deal than we think, folks. It's not just simple arts and crafts, but you know, it might appear that way. So I would love to hear what the actions are, what words you write. If you don't write any words, if you just draw, if you only write with pencil, if you have images, whatever you have, I'd love to hear this. Top Diva says, hey Lauren, hey everyone, I miss this so much. Likewise, SG says, ha. Yeah, Top Diva, I just posted it today. Oh, then I missed it. If SG has a new video today, I must have missed it. Lauren says, hey Diva, how are you? Lovely. Wild Dev says, I'm creating some sketches and maybe I'll work on my book later. Yes, I've been drawing a picture represent how I feel. Oh my God, that's lovely. If you are good at, like, if you're fortunate enough to be gifted with your hands that you can draw, what a beautiful blessing that is. I wish I had that. I'm like even insecure about my printing and writing. But don't let any insecurity stop you, but do let your gifts shine if you have them. Wild Dev says, I might have to go though. Thanks for letting me stop by. You're always welcome here. Top Diva says, I'm good, Lauren. Thanks for asking. How are you? Lauren says, good over here. Thank you. Top Diva says, yeah, I just checked SG's video. The location looks heavenly, like a dream destination kind of place. I would definitely love, having my wedding there, laugh out loud. Already showed it to my boyfriend and he loved it. You see, SG, the video you posted as inspiring someone to show someone else and say, wow, isn't this a beautiful place? I'd love to have a wedding there. You see how one small thing that we do that might take us a second can have a positive ripple effect, right? Isn't that beautiful? Look how we witness that in real time. Oh, I love this channel for that reason. Kenneth Ford says, just dropping by to say hi. Hey, I'm glazing plates today. Wow. Hey, there's a way on this community channel where you could take pictures of what you're working on. And if you're not working on your vision board today, Kenneth, that's cool. If you're working on glazing plates, take some photos. Let's share them in the community. I would love to feature all of your work on my vlogs. Samaya says, where are you from? I am from Ontario, Canada. Yeah, Tom, he's a potterist. I don't know, what's the word? Top Diva says, SG, Italy is so beautiful in general. Yeah, I bet. Italy is like, if there's an image in this book that represents Italy, it'll go on my board. So I don't know. Let me show you a couple things that I have. And then in the meantime, like I said, please do drop it in the chat what you have. I agree, Robin. I believe in the butterfly effect. Laugh out loud. Yes. SG Italy. Oh, I read that one already. Yes. Is the butterfly effect, remind me, that's when one small action has a ripple effect, I imagine. I think there was a movie with what's his name in it, and I can't recall it, but I remember thinking, oh, I like this movie. I'm terrible with that. So yeah, I think I think maybe there are no such thing as small actions. Who knows? Maybe there aren't any small actions. Maybe there's no such thing. Because even if we did a small action and no one ever saw it, but it changed something in our own mind, or it taught us something about ourselves, like, hey, I do really good things even when no one's watching, for example, that might end up changing your identity and how you feel about yourself, and then eventually how you carry yourself. And maybe there are no small actions. Oh, Ashton Kutcher, you're right, Mr. Friend. That is who it was. Tom says, how can we post our stuff? Okay. There's something called a community tab. Lauren was kind enough to figure it out. And if you ever have screenshots on how to do it, I don't know, does everyone see the community tab? Because for me to see it, I have to go outside of my YouTube creator app and go into my own channel and view the channel, then hit community, then hit posts. So it's something to do with that, Tom, because even I had a hard time doing it. I still have to double check stuff because I'm missing things. So I think it's like view channel. You'd hit view channel, then you'd press a button that says community, and then you can post from there. Lauren says, when we look at your page, it says view channel or visit community. So you're looking for the word community, visiting community, and then if there's a spot to click to stick your own images and photos, please do. I want to see this. This is not a Robin's channel, okay? This is our channel. This is our YouTube channel. I can't wait to see your work. SG says, Lauren, how's your artistic journey going? Have you posted something? I don't know. I feel like I should partially let Lauren answer that question, but I want to go ahead and say that I saw some of Lauren's work and it's beautiful. And it's on that community tab. You might see 2 images on there that she drew on my community channel now. It's also in one of my vlogs. If you check out I think it's my latest vlog, I have several art pieces of hers featured and they're all beautiful. I couldn't even trace stuff like that. But I answered for her. I'm sorry. Hey, Nature Relaxation says, hi, I am from the land called Graveyard of Empires. Do you know which country? No, I'm not sure with that. The community button is on the right-hand side where it says if you are subscribed or not. That's what Lauren says. So if you are a subscriber, you're able to post your work on my channel and I will feature it in my vlog. You're looking for the word community tab. What's your biggest regret in life? Fuzzy Lumpkins says, hey, that's an interesting question, folks. What's your biggest regret in life? My biggest regret in life was maybe having limited beliefs at such a young age, like putting myself in this little box of like, oh, you're not good at that and you're not strong with this. So, I feel like I assumed my identity at a young age and it didn't serve me well, the one that I picked. So maybe that's my biggest regret, because after all this stuff that I've done and research that I've learned and stuff that I share on this channel, I feel like if I knew this when I was younger, woo, it would have been incredible. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a good answer. Top Diva says, I think I have a thing for Italian men, laugh out loud. Okay, folks, we have a confession throughout this live stream, okay? Top Diva says, I think I have a thing for Italian men, laugh out loud. They are so handsome. I mean, with their skin so different, way too different than other whites. What do Italians eat to look so great? I mean, my gosh, SG. Oh my God, SG, if you don't screenshot that Top Diva comment, I have to, because I'm going to share that with my husband and my son. That's hilarious, Top Diva. I love that we get a little taste of everything here on this channel. There's serious stuff, there's fun, there's excitement, there's us learning from each other, there's us complimenting each other. It's really, really beautiful. Oh, it's in Afghanistan. Oh, wow. Nature Relaxation. Listen, I am terrible with the map, so I'm really bad with the map, so forgive me. In Afghanistan, that's called Graveyard of Empires. I didn't know that. See, we're learning from this channel again. Thank you for being here and thank you for sharing. SG says, definitely I'm gonna come check them out now, Lauren. I was waiting for it, so let's go. See, SG, for the record, folks, it was actually on a live stream where SG, through his intuitive natural gifts, was able to identify someone else in the comments that we've been, communicating with, that she had a creative side, and it turned out she's a fantastic artist. And that all came out from a previous live stream within the community chat. It had nothing to do with me. It was you guys. So this is a different place. This is a very special place here, and that's why I can't wait to keep building on this channel. So I know I'm talking too much. I want to read your comments and see everything, and I want to create a vision board, and I don't know if I have the power to do both. Let's see. Should we post on the community tab now? Oh, if you listen, I don't know if you start posting on the community tab, it might take you out of the live stream. So if you want to wait till the end, you can, whatever you're comfortable with, but don't go yet. Hold on. Let's see. Lauren says, haha, SG Robin, as far as they have gone. Oh, haha, SG Robin is as far as they've gone. But I'm in the UK, she's in Canada, so I'm just gonna take that as I've posted it worldwide. Lauren's found a loophole. That's very intelligent of you. Okay, SG, how do you respond to that? She thinks that me posting it on my channel is like worldwide posting. So how do we remind Lauren that, you know, it's already out there. What's the difference? Just post it on your channel, right? And that's how you're going to get experience posting, creating little slideshows maybe, or you don't have to. It could just be an image with a caption. There's no rules. There's no rules. Tom says, I must have an old version of the program of YouTube. Oh, is there no community tab? We'll have to play around with it. We'll have to play around with it. If you have Chat GPT or something on your phone, you can maybe ask it like, hey, where do I find this community tab to post? That's how I had to get a little help, and I still had trouble. SG says, Robin, how is Nick and Tommy doing? Any plans for the summer? Come to Miami. It's on me. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? You know what? I'm not sure what we're doing for the summer, but we're hoping to go away in October. Right now, there's a lot of like travel issues with like fuel and just, I don't know. It's interesting right now. I believe you, Sevi says. Fuzzy Lumpkin says, is that, or excuse me, that is a curveball. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on, SG says, Lauren, as fun fact, I am visiting the UK this May. Oh my God, SG's going to the UK. Should we slaughter the killer whales? Sevi says, no, absolutely not. Nature says, it is Afghanistan that's called the graveyard of empires. All three empires, British, Soviet, and American. Wow, we didn't know that. Jesus is king, Paula says. Okay, you are very beautiful. From heart only, girl. Oh, yay. Newton says, thank you. Mr. Friend says, I'm not going, laugh out loud. I can post from my phone. Yes, I'm watching on the laptop. Look at you. You're more technical than I am. Then yes, absolutely. That would be amazing. I would love to see them after. Oh, I like your wise smile. Love your teeth, Newton says. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Hey, if you want to, let's talk about our vision boards and what we want to create. Tell me. I can't wait. Definitely, Lauren. SG says, definitely, Lauren. Post your art pieces on your channel. People deserve to subscribe to your channel as well. Go, girl. You deserve the appreciation for your art. Absolutely. Absolutely, folks. And I feel like we take these things too seriously. It's not a big deal. No one's even thinking about us. No one's looking at us. That freedom, once you start, I had to go to a work function yesterday, and it was a very far away. It's in Burlington. You might not know, but that's far for me. To go to Burlington, it's quite far. It's like 114 kilometers from my house. Actually, not from my house, from my colleague's house. So her and I were driving together, and I said, you know, there's something about creating and doing these different things. And she, you know, she doesn't know about live streaming. I don't actually mix my work with that part, but I said that I create and I communicate with people, and it brings me a lot of joy. And something that I'm learning through this process is that I really care more about what I think of myself and how I'm experiencing my life more than what I think about other people think of me. And once you get to that point of like caring less about what others think about you and caring more about how you feel in yourself, there's a very freeing feeling that comes with that. And it could be I'm 45, I'm older too now, but there's something very freeing about caring less about what other people think. You get to just be yourself with your flaws, with your spelling errors, with your lack of the map. I don't know the map. I can't even tell you where if Afghanistan is on the map, and I'm not proud to say that, but that's the truth. But I'm okay with my authentic side because I can tell you what I'm good at. So it's really interesting, folks. I would definitely post your stuff, because once you start seeing that it's not a big deal, it brings you a level of freedom that I think only stepping out of your comfort zone can bring you. So I don't know. Let's stick some images about that. Tom says, thanks for the chat GPT idea. Yeah, for sure. The chat GPT, I can even send screenshots and be like, what does this mean? And it's quite helpful as a resource. Absolutely. Newton says, your energy is so much high, but a little faster while reading. Oh, I'm in backlog with my comments. That tends to happen. I want to do my vision board too. Robin says, don't worry about travel or fuel issues. Oh, you guys want to come to Miami this summer? I'll arrange for everything. You don't need to worry about a single thing. That's why I'm saying, don't worry, guys. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Do the price went high in USA? Do the prices went, yeah, for gas and fuel? It's almost like, but we're canceling flights too. Like we see it on a news channel that they're canceling flights. And so it's just so much uncertainty. Tom says, how not to become a past. Oh, Newton has a great question here. How not to become the victim of past and lust. I think that the past, when we talk about the past, it's always in the future. If you notice that, it's always in the future or in the current term, like it's right now. And then it becomes like the past so quickly, but it's always the present, I should say. It's always the present when we're talking about our past. So it's a choice to talk about it now. It's a choice to think about it now. So I think when we flip it and say like, hey, why would I choose to keep regurgitating something that's not serving me in my brain right now in my present moment, especially if I don't have to think about it or have to work on that. I can just work towards a future that I do want. So I would focus on what you do want and start talking about that and thinking about that. Let's see. Tom says, chat tells me I can't get there from here. That's okay. Schedule this time for the board. Yes, absolutely. Do you watch Iran Lego videos? I don't. You're such a baddie. Thank you, Kaz. Top Diva says, SG, can you please tell me how much I need to earn per month to be able to travel as much as you do? Hey, there you go. Nature Relaxation. One Lego video about Pete is hilarious. So I don't know that last name. How do I stop being an a-hole low-key? I'm trying to become a kind person. Kaz says, listen, I think awareness is key. And the fact that you wrote, if this is true, I don't know if you're just messing with me, but I give everyone a voice on this channel and I read it. And if you are feeling like you've been a bit of an a-hole and you want to just become a kinder person, I think the first start is acknowledging that you've been that way and that you want to change. That's number one. And when you catch yourself saying or thinking things that you saw, said, and thought yesterday, you're going to switch it up. And that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to try to stay focused on this for a minute because that's what we're doing today. I didn't make a vision board yesterday. I didn't talk about my hopes and dreams and goals that much yesterday. So that's what we're going to do today, folks. We're going to create the vision that we want for our future and talk about it because that's how things start to change. You want to be a nicer person? Maybe you could draw a bunch of smiles on your paper. If you only have scrap paper, draw a bunch of smiles, and that represents just being a little kinder. Let's see here. We've got, oh, wait. Oh, yay. Mr. Friends posted some videos. Top Diva says, I can't stop feeling sad that I wasn't born into generational wealth. Maybe it's bad karma from past or something, I don't know, but I'm missing out on so many experiences that rich people have at my age. Hey, listen, there's going to be a way that we can all create wealth for ourselves. Hold on one second. I think that's what we have to focus on. I think we have to focus on not what we don't have, but what we have access to. If you have access to the internet, you can start learning skill sets, make yourself more valuable, see where the gap is in the marketplace, and just, I don't know. I think at our fingertips, folks, we have the capability, more capability to build generational wealth for our children, maybe. Let's see. Samaya says, clearly there's no brain inside you. Samaya says, come to Indonesia and taste dog meat. Thank me later. Ooh, I'm a picky eater, but thanks for being here. Lauren says, yay, Mr. Friend, well done. Yay, Lauren said, Mr. Friend. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, I'm so glad. Top Diva. Mr. Friend says, Top Diva wealth. Wait. The comments are going too fast. I want to read all of them. Mr. Friend says, Top Diva, wealth doesn't always mean happiness. It could lead to other issues. Health is the biggest blessing. That's such a great perspective. And if Top Diva has health, then you already have a form of wealth. And if you have a family or people that you love in your life, you already have a form of wealth. If you have a job, if you have an animal that loves you, if you have a body that can let you move around and you have functioning arms and legs, you already have wealth. There's a lot of people that don't have these basic things. So maybe the vision board is to also remind us of what we do have. You know, ideas, intention, lots of things. So I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Kaz says, like, I think my work has affected me in some ways because I was a bouncer. Oh, and I did some mistakes and I feel so detached and insensitive away. But I'm going to try to be more positive. I think that's beautiful. And I think that we all make mistakes. And I've had people on a live stream in the past that said it's hard for me to forgive myself. I was in the army, you know, and fought in wars. So imagine there are people dealing with a lot of heavy stuff, folks. And you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. If you have a conscience and you feel guilty, that's really beautiful. It means you're human and you don't want to do it again. And that's a start. That's huge, right? People that don't feel guilty or have a conscience, those are the ones you have to worry about. The ones feeling low, feeling sad, feeling depressed, it means you care. It means you have something to care about. So maybe that's a sign as opposed to a weakness. I don't know, just thinking out loud, folks. I love this. SG says, Lauren, I think past and future are irrelevant. Past is just there to make us behave like we did yesterday. This is SG's words, not mine. Okay, SG, I'm going to reread this because I love your wisdom. SG says, Lauren, I think past and future are irrelevant. Past is just there to make us behave like we did yesterday. Once we disregard it, we can assume any identity for us at this present moment. And that is magical. Woo! Isn't that beautiful? Okay, then I am going to stick this image on my vision board to represent the type of accommodation I'm going to stay at when I start traveling the world. This is going to be my lakefront property. I want a beautiful lakefront property. I want like that, this upstairs part with the balcony. That'll be my bedroom, or we could have coffee in the morning outside. My husband, he's going to want a few more garage doors because he's a man's man and he loves that. So thank you. I'm going to stick that on my board. Wow, you guys are so wise. I learn so much from you. Nature says one Lego video about Pete is hilarious. Pete Hegseth is the Minister of War in USA. Oh, okay. I'm so terrible with politics as well. Tom says some wealthy people are cool. Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I think that's another good point, Tom. I don't think wealth itself makes people good or bad. I think wealth exposes who you already are. So when good people make more money, they do more good. And I have lots of images in my previous journals and vision boards that have money. And it took me a long time to even be able to say that I desired wealth and prosperity because I almost had these weird thoughts about it, like that it meant we were greedy. But when good people make more money, they do more good. SG is a perfect example of a person always uplifting others in the comments. He doesn't need to, he doesn't have to. And he gets to travel the world, drive beautiful cars, he's good looking. He doesn't have to be here trying to uplift other people. He could just scroll right past this, but he chooses to. So there's a lot of good people that when they make more money, they become more insightful, more generous, more kind to offer wisdom. And there's others that might do the opposite. So it's not the wealth itself, Tom. I love that you said that. Because if we want to be wealthy one day, we can't assume that wealthy people are not good. But I don't think that Mr. Friend was saying that. Mr. Friend kind of meant that there's no guarantee that wealth equals happiness. And that I also believe. This is deep, folks. This is so deep. Okay. Thank God I did this magnet board. This idea came to me because I feel like I don't have capacity to read your comments and glue and cut things out at the same time. You have to be like a rocket scientist for that. So thank God I have these magnets. Look. What would your dream home look like? I would want a really big closet, but not because I have a lot of clothes and purses, I don't, but because I want to put I want to have a second level where I can put like our winter gear when it's winter, like down below and swap it out for the summer. And it's kind of like a spiral staircase in my closet where I can like switch the seasons around and store like all our bed sheets and all our jackets and just have like a massive closet, but not just full of stuff. I don't want just a bunch of things, you know? I want to be intentional. Newton says, are you a machine? I've seen your old live streams. You always sound happy and energetic, never sad. How do you keep that consistent vibe? Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that you wrote that, but it's not. I have tons of times where I feel frustrated, sad, unsure. You know, I have a 14-year-old son. I'm still learning how to MacGyver those teenage years sometimes. If he doesn't speak nicely, it like hurts my feelings and then I get angry. I mean, I don't capture those parts on film, but I have. Those parts exist within me. But I am primarily a peaceful person, and I am primarily positive and upbeat and looking for the good. I default to looking for the good, but it took me a very long time to get that way. I wasn't always like that. So it's such a beautiful question. And some of the things I share on this channel are these things. It's controlling what we talk about online, controlling the conversations. I don't keep people in my life that are like naysayers or always complaining all the time. Like, I'd rather have no friends than a bunch of friends that are just complaining all the time about life, you know? So I'm really careful with the content, with the words I say, with the books I read, with everything. I'm just anal and particular about that stuff, and that's helping me a lot. So thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. Top Diva says, I disagree with Mr. Friend. Only people who aren't rich say that wealth doesn't mean happiness. Oh, no offense to anyone, but I would prefer crying in a Bentley than in a Toyota. Oh, but I'm so stuck. Oh, first of all, I love Toyotas. And even if I was wealthy, isn't that so interesting? I can say with complete certainty that even if I was the richest person in the world, I would actually drive a Toyota over a Bentley. But that's just my personal preference. I have a loyalty to Toyota. But I think that this comment about rich people are wealth doesn't mean happiness, I actually do agree with that. My career is primarily working with very wealthy people, we'll say, okay? Very wealthy people. And they're actually really lovely and just like everyone else. But one thing I notice is that there are people that have so much wealth and everything, but it doesn't mean they're actually pleasant or happy, or fulfilled, or not filled with worry and stress. But I see what you're saying. I would much prefer to be a sad person living in a nice home than a sad person, you know, living in a cardboard box. Yeah, that's true. But I think what the grand scheme of things is that there's no guarantee that you're going to be happy with wealth. But there's also no guarantee that you're going to be sad. There's a lot of happy people that don't have a lot of money, but they have love, or they have a really beautiful family or support system, or fulfillment in their job. So I don't know. It's such an interesting subject. SG, you're so wise, Lauren says. Mr. Friend says, Top Diva, my family friend became wealthy and it ruined his life. He died young and alone. You know what, Mr. Friend, I'm so sorry to hear that about your example. And I think that that's something I'm going to be creating something else that talks about these different sort of steps that I've taken to accept certain things in life. I think what you said, you know, matches a lot of things that we hear about lottery winners becoming poor within the next 3 to 5 years after winning the lottery. It has something to do with your self-belief and your identity and how you see life. And if you are not mentally prepared to manage responsibilities that are just beyond your scope of understanding and they're all handed to you, a lot of people would not be able to cope, as odd as that is. And we would never understand it until we lived it. So I think that's a very fascinating statement. I'm sorry that you saw that in your own friend. And I think what Top Diva is also saying, and what we're all encouraging, is that it's not the wealth, but it's maybe the mindset that that person who was given that wealth was carrying at that time. And we have the ability to change that, folks. We have the ability to work on that. So, you know, maybe we should start working on that now, so when the money comes to us, we are ready for it. We are ready for it. I love this. Top Diva says, let's be honest. I just want to confess, when I see SG and saw his video from 10 years back, that's what made me feel like I'm missing out. Oh, he was driving a Porsche Bentley, even as a teenager. Yeah, for sure. But I think, Top Diva, sometimes we're focused on, and some of these things that we're scrolling too, they just make us think like that's like the minimum, driving these things and having all this stuff. And then, but we've seen very wealthy people take their own lives, or being fearful of who they can trust. I think when you see somebody driving a car like that, maybe what we really want is like the feeling. Like we want to feel what it's like to feel wealthy, to feel like you could buy whatever you want, to feel like people are looking at you with admiration. Maybe it's a feeling that we want and not necessarily the object. So if we can work on the feeling, maybe that's the secret. The secret is the feeling. There's some stuff on that. Let's see. Top Diva says, I mean, definitely we're normal earning class kids. Yeah, miss out on those international trips, expensive luxury cars, and life. Take SG as an inspiration. You know I adore you, SG, but I feel sad about myself. Hey, Top Diva, thank you for your honesty. I think some of the stuff that you're writing right now, a lot of people feel and they just don't even have the courage to write it. So I think it's beautiful that you're expressing it and saying it. But maybe this, I don't know how old you are actually, but maybe this will be a story. If you keep working on yourself and building your own wealth and the life that you want, this will one day be a story for you. And I think a lot of times I feel so grateful for the life that I have, and I'm not even like I still have a long way to go, but I think my gratitude and understanding for the love and what's important in life, relationships, bonds, beauty, kindness, that came from having very little when I was younger. So then when I did get it, it was like, holy, do I ever appreciate this? I say it every day. I thank my husband every day. I tell my kid, my husband every single day how much I love them, multiple times. Lots of affection, lots of appreciation. So, and that, who knows, maybe if I was born into this, I wouldn't be that way. So I think we should be looking at our circumstances and trying to find the hidden blessings in it while we create the life we want. I'm talking too much. I'm so sorry. I have a vision board, I swear. About traveling, my theory is do it before you can't. Tom, that's such a good theory. Travel. Save your money, travel, see the world, because there's no guarantee. Tom knows my father, his also name was Tom, Thomas, passed away at 38, folks. He died at 38 years old. I've already outlived my dad, and I'm about to outlive my husband's mom. She died at 46. So Tom, you're absolutely right. Travel before you cannot. And traveling is on my vision board for sure. I have not seen half of the places that I want to see. I want to see all this, okay? Some of you have seen some of this. I haven't even really traveled Canada that much. I want to travel Canada and see all these beautiful places. Mountains, lakes, historical sites, beautiful beaches. I love the beach, the ocean, the water. Mr. Friend says, Top Diva, envy is the thief of joy. That's a good point too. Let's focus on the things that we do have. But her honesty is also very important. We don't want to suppress the feelings and thoughts we have. We want to kind of uncover them. And where do they come from? And how can I shift that perspective to make it more valuable to me? So saying it out loud sometimes helps us work through it. So everyone's honesty here and perspective is so, so valuable. I love that. Look, this is the girl outside in the winter. This represents me enjoying all 4 seasons of Canada while I live in Canada. Mr. Friend says, wow. Or excuse me, Tom says to Mr. Friend, wow. Yeah, envy is the thief of all joy. Whenever I see a really beautiful fit woman or a lifestyle that I would want for myself, a freedom that I want for myself, I've shifted my perspective to realize that if they can do it, I can do it too. And I'm just gonna keep working on figuring that out. And that will be one of my hobbies for now. And I love that. I love that. Let's look for inspiration and motivation, and to know that if it's possible for some, there's a lot of people that came from third world countries and have built all kinds of wealth. They were not born into it. So if it's possible for them, it's possible for me, it's possible for you. And let's figure out how, by creating the vision board, identifying what we want, and then saying, okay, what's the right step for me to get to one of these things? SG says, life is simple. Once we assume the identity of already having what we want, those things flow naturally towards us. I want to experience this every day. So it's simple that people have a hard time believing it. Oh, excuse me. It's so simple that people have a hard time believing it. I experience this every day. So, you know, there's a lot of theories to support that. And that was something that I've been thinking a lot about recently is, you know, I love the idea of creating and incorporating into my life and capturing B-roll and doing all these different things. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't, you know, I have to wait for Saturday or Sunday to do this. But that's not assuming the identity. You know, I need to incorporate these thoughts and actions of the things that I want for my future, like as part of my everyday life, as part of my current identity. So that's a really great point. I love that. Tom says, mega. Oh yeah, mega board, yay. This is great, guys. I wanted to actually get some of these travel pictures too. I subscribe to your channel, Nature Relaxation says. Thank you, I appreciate your subscription. Alyssa Taylor says, energy's top-notch abundance, just having a quick look in. Have a blinder of a stream. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I've never seen your name, or have I seen it before? It actually kind of does look familiar. I'm glad you're here. If you happen to have a pen or paper and you want to just write down what you want, you don't need all the supplies and stuff that I have. You can just do whatever you want. I love American people, but not the government of USA. Oh, nature relaxation. I'm Canadian. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I love all people. And I think that there's good and bad people in every country, in every place, and even probably within the government. There's good people and bad. So thank you for being here. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. Some of the happiest people I've met, Mr. Friend says, have the simplest lives. Children in a village playing with puppies, for example. I do think that sometimes there's a lot more power and ease in simplicity. I definitely think that. I love the idea of having a simple life, but yet a creative life. And I want to play. I want to play more. That's what this image represents to me. I want to play. I want to play more. I want to be out in nature more. I want to travel and stay in beautiful places and have a beautiful cottage near the lake. She's back, y'all, Bilal says. I'm glad you're here. X says, God is not real. Read science books instead. Atheism is the truth. Stop making people fool in the name of religion. You know, that's an interesting statement, and I'm glad you're here. I hope I'm saying your name right, XzetJ. My name is Robin, reporting live. I read everybody's comments. I give everyone a voice on this channel, and I let everyone speak their perspective, because I think that that's what makes the world a really special place. So thank you for being here. And I think it's beautiful that we can all live in a world where we have the freedom to think and believe what we want, and that we don't all have to believe the same things. That's the beauty of it. If everyone believed and thought the same things, this world would be a bunch of clones and we'd all just be walking around offering the same things, but we all have different offers. Thank you for being here. Resnor has lots of hearts. Thank you for your hearts. Tom says, my vision board looks like a cat's 60th reunion. Tom, I could totally picture that. I could picture it in my head. Please find a way to share it. I need to see this. Mr. Friend says the law of attraction. I love that. The law of attraction. And people poo-poo on the law of attraction. You don't even have to call it that. It could be the law of cause and effect. It could be what goes around comes around. It could be life is a mirror of who you are. I think it all means the same thing. I think that we attract or we notice what's already inside of us. So if you have a lot of anger and frustration and bitterness, you're gonna keep noticing all of that in the world. But if inside you have love and you look for peace and harmony and ways to just connect with people, you'll notice that people will mirror that back to you. I can't tell you how many amazing people I meet and connect with on a regular basis. Why? And I'm not saying it's only because, oh, I'm so nice. I'm so nice. But maybe part of it is that. Maybe it's the energy that I give out is reflecting back to me. There's frequency and so much data and science to support that everything is energy and everything has a frequency and everything's vibrating. Maybe there's some truth to it. I'm not a scientist. Top Diva says, thanks, Robin, for this perspective. I appreciate it. I just honestly feel so stuck sometimes. Absolutely. That stuck feeling is a sign. It's pushing you out of your comfort zone. That's something else I said yesterday, is that maybe this agitation that we're feeling, like, oh, we're not in the right place, or this is stressing me out, maybe that's the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, pushing you out of your comfort zone. You got to explore something in you. That's what that means. There's something within you that needs to come out. Sometimes I feel like others are doing so much better than me, and the rich classmates of mine look down upon me. Top Diva, the only thing that you can really focus on is how you feel about yourself. And if you feel that you can learn and grow and create the life that you want, and that this is a moment in time that you will get to use as a story one day. Some of my challenging times I now use as like motivational stories. But in the moment, it felt like shit. It was awful in the moment. It was terrible. I didn't want to talk about it. Now there's stories of resilience and power and overcoming something. This will be a story for you. These same classmates, it'll be a story for you if you use it for that. We could use our stories to elevate us to the next level, or we could use the stories we tell ourselves to like keep us stuck. The choice is ours. Top Diva says, SG, please don't get me wrong. I adore you. Oh, we know. And I know SG knows that you're coming from a good place. But I just wanted to confess, no offense to you or your background. I just feel like I deserved a better family. Oh, you will be a better family for your own family in the future. You will create your own good family one day. I have faith in that because it's in you. Robin, thanks for understanding me. You know, something being stuck makes me feel like years are just passing by and nothing major is happening. That feeling of discomfort means you need to create something in your life. That's what that means. That feeling is important to feel, or else we'd just be doing the same things we did all the time. So let's see. When things don't go as planned, there's always a plan B. What's your plan B? What are you going to work on? That's what this feeling is. The stuck feeling, folks, it's to push you somewhere. Cookie Monster says, thoughts on weight loss, drugs like Ozempic and retatrutide. I don't have an opinion on those things. I don't know about any of that stuff. So I'm the wrong person to ask these types of questions for. I feel confident saying that I'm not confident in talking about certain subjects because I don't know about them. But I would always say, do your own research, talk to your doctor, don't start any pills or medication, without being fully informed and having the right people on your side. That's what I would say. Let's see. Mr. Friend says, Top Diva, you ignored the haters, but be proud of yourself. Work hard, appreciate every day you get. Absolutely. Such a beautiful statement. Work hard and work hard on yourself. And like I said, one day all of this will be a story for you, a story of how you transformed your life slowly over time. Nothing happens overnight. SG says, Top Diva, I understand it. I know where you're coming from. I appreciate you for having the guts to say it out loud. You are truly stuck. You can come to Miami with your boyfriend. I'll help both of you. Oh, you guys are going to make me cry. Let's see. Steven says, are you Jewish? Or no, are you Jewess? I think you mean Jewish. No, my name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. My mom is from Guyana, and my dad was white Canadian. SG says, Top Diva, if you ever need any kind of help, don't shy away from letting me know. I'm here, and don't give up. Just assume that you are already who you want to be, and that identity will work wonders for you. Trust me. Yes, you are capable of becoming who you want to be. And start focusing on those things. That's what these uncomfortable feelings are, folks. Maybe it's your lesbian spectacles. Steven says, maybe it's your lesbian spectacles. Oh, perhaps it is. Let's see. Show us your earlobes. I think you're getting on that train. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. Mr. Friend says, I have been reading about Stoicism. Essentially, you can only control your thoughts and actions. Everything else is out of your control. You can find peace in this thought process. Absolutely. I love that. And I feel like we've seen this on live streams when people even, write some harsh, mean comments. I read them out loud. I give everyone a voice. I have the choice to let those comments hurt me through my own thoughts, or I have the choice of just letting it come out of my mouth and then it goes back and it's not my problem anymore. I just gave that person a voice. They wanted to write something. I shared it. I honored my commitment to give everyone a voice on this channel. And that's it. I don't have to let their words hurt me. I don't have to let my thoughts hurt me, but I have to be mindful of that. So I love that it's about our thoughts, and we can choose to have peaceful thoughts and say, oh, what can I learn from this experience? This might be a good story one day. I love that, folks. You guys are amazing. Bilal says that I got bullied a lot in my childhood, and it's been a rough road as a teen. I have multiple negative effects of these, for example, anger issues and how to get myself together and grow. Thank you for your honesty. I think that's a really common story, and I think a lot of people have that. I think people that bully others are hurting, and we should never let hurt people have a say in who we think we are. So don't let some bully who was probably sad themselves and going through their own trauma and they were taking it out on you, don't ever let those people have a say in how you feel about yourself. So if you can reframe that bullying as, wow, those people were hurting at the time, and I was young, and I let what their words were impact how I feel about myself, and I made a mistake. I was a kid when I decided that that was true, or when I believed their words. I was a kid. You don't have to accept it anymore. Once you realize that, you don't have to accept it anymore. You could change that story. And that story of being bullied can become a powerful story you tell later on in life. I promise you. Top Diva says, thanks, SG. I mean, thanks from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't control my tears. Oh, I'm going to cry too. Okay, Steven's lightening the mood. I was about to cry reading your comment, then Steven's like, Ozempic gives you Ozempic face. I'm not sure about Ozempic. Top Diva, you're beautiful. We're glad you're here. And we love that SG has faith in humanity. Yeah. Yes. You're so sweet. Okay. Steven says, don't do it, especially if you already suffer from... Oh, yikes. I can't see your words through my watery eyes, thankfully. Top Diva says, I don't know, SG. Oh, no, what happened? Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know, SG, how to manage to be so humble. You're a wonderful human. Your parents raised you well, I must say. Oh, thanks to your mama for raising you right. Oh, I would definitely reach out. We got to screenshot that. Some kindness. Thanks, Robin. Thanks for this perspective. Thanks, SG. You guys are darling of humans. Likewise, folks, this is a great channel. We got Dangerous from Colorado. That's Lucas from Colorado. We got someone else asking if I'm Jewish. Somehow everyone asks this at least once during my live streams. So I guess I look Jewish. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. I'm Canadian. My mom was brown from Guyana. My dad was white from Canada. Top Diva says, my biggest sticking point is the fact that I had no privilege since childhood. Always the underdog everywhere. Never went outside USA. Never had anything luxury. Never had reckless international trips. Can you rewrite that and just put the word yet? You haven't done it yet. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you. It's just not yet. That's all. Not yet. You know what's funny? You wrote luxury. I wrote in my journal once that I travel on yachts. And the following year, a client invited me for a beautiful lunch. Guess where? On their yacht. And I got to sail around on their yacht. But I had written it in my journal, and it became something that I said. I didn't say I wanted to own a yacht. Maybe I should have wrote that. But I said, or afford a yacht. But I wrote that I travel on yachts. And the following year, I was invited on a yacht for a beautiful lunch. So, folks, let's focus on the things we do want and just say yet. It hasn't happened yet. I see people of my age, visiting other countries worldwide, making friends effortlessly, having so much fun. global vacations, stuck in the same room, same city, then you got to get your own vacations. You got to start visualizing where you want to go, grab some travel magazines, look at it and say, oh, I know I'm going to wear this outfit when I go to this place, and start really, like SG said, embodying what you want. Don't focus on where they went. Maybe those same people you got to X out. Don't follow them anymore for a bit. Take a break. You don't have to look at their content. If it's not making you feel good, don't look at it right now. Create what you want. Oh, Top Diva wants to fly far away from her city. Top Diva, I traveled extensively, Mr. Friend says. On a tight budget, there's always ways to do things you want to do. If you're young, you can get discount travel air. Oh, that's a great idea, Mr. Friend. Let's do some research and try to get yourself to something small. Even in the next town over, something small. Maybe find a way to do that, and then it just kind of opens you up to new things. Such a great point. I love that. Laz says, people are jumping walls to get into the U.S. You're blessed to be here. Well, we don't know where everyone's writing from. This channel actually reflects lots of people from all around the world. Let's see. Steven says, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Epstein? Again, I have no thoughts on these things. Dangerverse says, hi. Oh, am I in backlog? Hit that like button if you haven't. Thank you, Girl Dad. I'm glad you're here. We're creating a vision board. I'm trying to. Tom says, Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. Thanks. Thanks for looking out for me. I'm thankful for myself telling YouTube to notify me when you're live. Yay! Lucas, Dangerverse, aka Dangerverse, I'm glad you're here. Please do like and subscribe. If you happen to like this, then please do subscribe. It's going to help me. My goal is, I like this. I love this. I want to keep doing this. I want more time to create. I want more resources to create. So let's see what's in our vision board today. So far, folks, I want to show you a couple images that mean something to me. Perfect. Again, if you don't have stickers or magazines right now and you can draw them, or you could just write the words. Let's just write the words. I have like... this is a dry erase marker, right? Yeah, because this is a dry erase board, because clearly I can't talk and glue at the same time. Let's see. I mean, if we wanted to write words that we wanted to describe the future that we want, for me, some of these girly stickers, I love like these. Hold on. Uh-oh. This is a naughty sticker. I don't know if you're too young. That's a naughty one. We're not putting that one on the board today. But I love these stickers of these, oh, I've got marker here. These slow living, you know, having a tea, slow living, not that rushed lifestyle. You know, that's what I would want for myself. I want to have like time freedom where I'm not rushed. You know, that slow living feeling. Let's see, your camera is flipping the image 180. Oh, I don't know how to do it. Fix it. SG says, I think everything happens for us. Yeah, we should reframe every experience in our favor, and those experiences will eventually turn out to be in our favor. No worries, Top Diva. Let me know what you need. It's true. And sometimes we don't realize that these challenges are a gift to us until very well later on. And I've shared on this channel, before I had my son, there was a pregnancy that didn't work out and we were devastated. And only like a few years ago, I realized had that pregnancy worked out, it wouldn't have been my son, the son I end up having after. So even from the saddest thing in your life, we don't know where it led you, where it brought you. And sometimes it takes years to figure it out. So that's such a great point. Tom says, Robin, you have all these collections of stickers and cutouts. She sent me a pack of these with my journal. Oh, she used to sell, maybe still sell. Oh, that's right. So I used to have these journal bundle sets that I used to sell. I used to like write things and put little labels with people's names, and I spent a lot of time and energy on it, and I have to drive very far to ship it. So right now it's not something that I'm shipping anymore. Whoever got those ones were the only kind ever. And it was really beautiful at the time, packaging it and doing all that. So it's so cool that you remember that. Yes, absolutely. Maybe one day I'll have another product like that offering, because I really did love creating it and it was beautiful. It's just, it wasn't cost effective for me. I ended up almost like losing money with all the factors involved. So the people, I think I sold about 29 of them, something like that. I can't remember. But no, I don't think it was actually 29. It was less. But whatever I sold are the only ones out there. So thank you for remembering that. I love these images. I have stickers of women working at a desk, and it represents me having the freedom to work anywhere in the world. I would love the freedom to just be able to travel anywhere in the world, and as long as they had Wi-Fi, I can earn a living and having that freedom. So whenever I see stickers like this, that's what it reminds me of. Like, you can work in a hotel room anywhere in the world. I love what you're creating. Thank you, Lucas. Great vision board, Robin. Yay. Thanks, guys. I like this. I love this image of working anywhere in the world and having that freedom to connect with people. We have to do the travel one. I wanted a bigger travel image. I wanted a bigger one. I have to look for that. Let's see. How much do you cost? Quest says, how much do you cost? I don't know. You can't put a price on this. Let's see. Stephen Gallagher says, oh, bloody hell. Now I can no longer take the piss in good faith. Wait a minute. What do you mean? I missed this. Tom says, Amanda and Seamus. My blind cat says, hello to all. Yay. I'm so sorry about your pregnancy. Oh, thank you. Lucas, I appreciate your kindness. And like I said, at the time, it was very heartbreaking. And only a few years ago, I realized, like, oh my gosh, that was a blessing. It would have been a different baby. And I love my son that we do have. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, as weird as it is. Hi, Amanda and Seamus, Mr. Friend says. Oh, Tom has a smile. Top Diva, I will pray for you to have the life you want to have, Mr. Friend says. That's beautiful. All the wealth and success and happiness for everyone else here as well. What a beautiful prayer from Mr. Friend to all of us. And likewise, we pray for that for you as well. Let's see, Steven says, do you think women should be drafted into the military? I think if women want to be in the military, they should have the option to. I think whoever wants to do that should have the option to. That's my perspective. Is there a fancy car that you would want? What travel images would you put in your... I want something that represents Italy too. I do want to go to Italy. Let's see. Ooh, this one's interesting. This one almost could be. Ooh, South Carolina, it says. Gosh, I've never been to South Carolina. That would be amazing. Let's see. So far, this is what I have. I can't wait to see yours. Oh. This guy's camping, if that's your thing. I like camping on my deck. Next time I do that, I'll do a live stream. Oh, I remember one time I put a massage chair. Oh my gosh. Folks, one time I put a massage chair on my vision board, and I don't know if you can see back there. See that? That's my massage chair. So folks, it doesn't have to be big, grand things, okay? If you want a new bike, a new couch, you know, and you see an image of it, put it on your board. It doesn't have to be big and grand. I put a massage chair once on my board, and looky, I get to have a massage chair. Sometimes I sit there and edit my videos. Let's see. Steven says, do you think women should be allowed to drive a car? Absolutely. Tom says, all of us have computers, access to the internet, free chat, GPT. Individuals never had so much power ever. I love that perspective, Tom, and that's exactly what I think. I think we've never had more capability to learn anything, advance our skills, communicate, come up with ideas, bounce ideas around with AI and see what you could create. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on possibility, folks. And I hope you can focus on that too. Dangerverse says, I don't like how someone is insulting our faith in God. But you know what, Lucas? And Stephen says, controversial. I think that sometimes these examples are coming here to test us, right? And a lot of times, if we have faith in our own belief, in our own way of thinking, we don't have to convince anybody else. We don't. My channel here and my perspective is just exactly that. It's my own channel and my own perspective, and people pop by and I love to read their comments, and I give everyone a voice equally. and I don't censor people, and I allow them to speak their perspective, and I don't need them to believe mine. So I love that. Let's see. Was good, twin. Pulling up from Germany, Carl says. Carl Schultz, I'm glad you're here. Tom says, oh, you blocked him. Yeah, listen, that's an option. If you ever have an option to block someone, if they're bringing something to you that you don't like, do it. But also, we don't have to impose our beliefs on others. We don't need other people to trust and believe what we believe to make it true. And that's okay. Steven says, you're like the nice lady therapist they send a company man to when he has a nervous breakdown in his 9 to 5. Oh gosh, I'd be the worst lady for that job because I would probably hug that man and just cry. I'm way too sensitive. So I would be the worst lady to do that because I literally would just hug him and cry, and we'd cry together. But hey, maybe that's what that man needs. Dangerverse says, why? No, he doesn't mean why'd you block me? Not you. Maybe he meant the other person. If somebody was testing you or saying something you didn't like, he would say, I would block them. But again, I love having just this inner peace within myself that nobody's words can hurt me. And I hope you get that too. I hope over time maybe there's an image that we could put on our vision board that allows us to, that represents like a mental clarity, like a mental peace. Tom says, not you, Mr. Danger. He was just suggesting that if there was somebody that was saying something that you didn't like, you had the freedom to block them. Where did you get this inner peace from? Carl Schwartz says, it's lots of time and energy and effort. I used to have a very fearful mindset, and it took many years. And it's through intentional practices and self-development and learning about how the brain works and all the things I talk about on this channel very often. I'm creating a program on that too, and I'll share it on my vlogs that you'll find on this channel, on any of my live streams. I'm happy to share how I was able to transform my mindset, and I'm still transforming it. I'm not there yet. I'm not a guru, okay? Let's be clear. I'm not a guru. Yeah, can we see your vision board? Absolutely. I'll buy you a beer, Tom says. Yay! Thanks. Mike. Oh, where did Mike go? I didn't see Mike. You drink beer with me. Hey, Tom says, come for the vision board. I'll buy you a beer. Came for the vision board. That's awesome. Stormtrooper says, my love for you is like the moon. Aw, you'll see it in the night sky. I can already see 50K subscribers on this channel, Lucas says. Dangerverse. Thank you. My board is now Sydney Sweeney. A pick of a pint of Guinness. And a bone for my doggo. That's beautiful. You know what? That's beautiful. We don't need mansions to be happy and traveling around the world. We've got to figure out how to be happy with the simple things, and then eventually we can just advance to the next step. Maybe we have to take baby steps and be happy with where we are and when this day is. And maybe we can create a vision board. Maybe after this, I'm going to make a nice coffee and sip on it while I do some work, and just creating these small moments to start. I love that. 50K subscribers on this channel. Wouldn't that be a blessing? I would be honored. I'd be honored. Is that your dream house? Carl Schultz says. You know what? I actually love my home that I live in now. And until my son is older, I wouldn't move from this house. But if I did move to a house, it would be something like this. I would love this near the lake, like a little cottage, or if I travel around the world and I get to rent beautiful homes for a month in Italy, or go to Greece for a month and rent a house there, this is the kind of place I would want to rent. And that would be like my bedroom, like a little loft bedroom with a balcony where I drink my coffee, I do my journaling there. I'll sit right in this corner and I'll do my live streams from there, and we would talk and communicate, and I'll keep this picture and be like, yo, remember when I had this picture? And here we are. That's what I want. Full circle moments with you folks here on this channel. Let me see. Tom says, we'll have a pizza party to prepare for Amanda and her dad, my brother and his partner, making dough with yeast. Oh, take some pictures of that too, Tom. That sounds delicious. I love pizza and cheese. Mr. Friend's got to go now. I've really enjoyed the session, and we'll try to make, some action boards moving forward. Oh, take some actions. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Robin, and everyone here for the conversation. Thank you. We're glad you're here. Seamus too. Oh, Seamus too, and the cats who come here to eat. Yeah. May God bless you all. Thank you. Mr. Friend, thank you. Tom says, Carl says, nice. Looks like you deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate that. We all deserve it. We all deserve it. Tom says, Mr. Janger, see you next time. Gotta find that community button. Yes, please, Tom, do share your creations. I'm gonna keep working on mine before I head out. I want to, let's see. There's so many cool things. Like, I actually want to eat healthier. I've shared on this channel before that I have a sweet tooth and a salty tooth. And so, you know, delicious, colorful, healthy plants and nutrients. I mean, I have all of this stuff here. You know, I'm fortunate enough that we can go to the grocery store and buy what we want. But I still have this sort of like childish palate where I love, like, you know, things that I should have grown out of by now. So for me, on my vision board, on my action board, is the reminder of the nutrients that I want to fuel my body with. I want this to be the type of stuff that I go to, not popcorn with extra butter and then I drizzle chocolate sauce and then I sprinkle like this cheese. Oh, it's terrible. If I told you, it's terrible. Yikes. So again, this guy represents play, freedom, you know, not take ourselves too seriously. I want to play and have fun. I want to stay in beautiful accommodations. Tom says, Miss Diva, things change. You will find it. Mr. SG, ta. Goodbye, Mr. Tom. Jade Rivers says, aw, normal person. Chocolate cheese popcorn. Yeah, so I melt extra butter on the popcorn and then I take like that chocolate milk sauce. It's like Quick or whatever it's called. And I drizzle chocolate sauce on my popcorn. And then we used to have, we didn't buy it anymore because I ate too much of it. But it was like this Kraft Dinner cheese, the cheese that you put on, like this shaking cheese. So I put chocolate sauce and then shaking cheese and extra butter on popcorn, and I would just love it. I would love it. And yeah, it's just, oh, you're not a vegan, are you? I forgot what vegan meant. I think that's all vegetables, but no, I eat everything. I just want to make better food choices. I want to have less of a sweet and salty tooth. I'm 45, I'm going to be 46, and I go to the candy store and I get Slurpees sometimes and popping candies and, you know, Popeye cigarettes. Like, I have the palate of a 14-year-old child and I don't want that. Like, you know, instead of picking this image for my vision board, I'm picking this image, okay? You feel me, right? Some of us may have that. So let's see. Look at this lake view. See that lake view? For me personally, I wouldn't want to be that close to the lake if I owned a property, but I would want to be where I could see the water, but not that close. I don't know. I used to have these weird dreams about that. Let's see. Normal person says, how have the positive affirmations been going? You know, the positive affirmations are wonderful. And again, I've shared that affirmations alone aren't going to change. Creating a vision board alone is not going to change. It's a combination of all of these things. What we watch, what we talk about, the stuff we think in our brains, the goals that we want, it's all going to change. So the affirmations, like, I'm careful with the words I use every day and careful with the things I say. And I know that some of these regular statements that come out of our mouth are a form of an affirmation. So I indirectly use affirmations every day. Thank you for asking. Steven says, live your life, enjoy a treat. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. And I'm not suggesting I'm never going to eat terribly. I would never deprive myself of that. All I'm saying is that I want to make sure the nutrients outweigh the other options. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want for myself. I want to make better choices, but I'll always have a treat. Yeah, I'm not the type that would give it up forever. Dangerverse says, your pregnancy story reminds me of the time when I almost lost my mom because of cancer, but she survived. Wow, Lucas, I'm so glad she survived. Oh, I'm so sorry you went through that. That would be such a scary time. But the fact that she survived is beautiful. And now you have these extra days to cuddle and appreciate life. And sometimes these challenges help us appreciate life more, help us appreciate who we love more, and that our life is a gift. Thank you for sharing that. Speak Spanish, Ariana says. Ariana is good. I wish I knew how to speak Spanish. I do not know. I wish I knew. I don't know another language. I wish I knew another language. People that speak multiple languages are smart. That's what I think. So, I don't know. Should I cut out this image for the for my lakefront property? Because there's something about this that looks too close to the water for me. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've had dreams about living too close to the water. And in my dream, it didn't quite work out. Ooh, look at this image. In the summer, you're going to see a lot of underwater videos from me. I still have some on my channel right now. Ariana says, do you understand Spanish? No, no comprende Spanish. But I can pretend that I speak Spanish, but I don't understand it or speak it. I don't know. There's something about this image that I love. I love the water. I've shared on this channel, I've loved the water so much ever since I was a little girl, that when we had the opportunity to either like buy a newer car or put the money into our house, we built a swimming pool in 2018 in our backyard, and I enjoyed every summer here in Canada. So this image reminds me of the blessing of loving something when you were younger to one day being able to afford it yourself and own it yourself. What a gift. So this is definitely going on my vision board. Let's see. Gingerbread says, but I lost my dad. Oh my gosh. He was murdered 1 year later. Lucas, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's devastating. No wonder you're such a compassionate person, and you always bring a perspective here. And the Bible and reading it, you keep finding your way, Lucas. I wish you a lot of strength, and I know you have a lot of strength. Jesus loves you. Sir, yeah, for Jesus says. Thank you. Thank you for being here, folks. I can't wait to see some of the vision boards that you guys are creating in the community channel. I'm going to feature them in my vlog. You're appreciated here, folks. I'm glad you're here. We are creating a vision of what we want. I can't wait to see what your creation looks like. Hold on. Can you see mine so far? We've got the peaceful girl here. This represents the nice slow mornings, not having to rush. This represents being able to work anywhere in the world and create, as long as I have Wi-Fi. And I get to play and eat healthy food. I love this. Stay in nice accommodations. I can't wait to see what you have, folks. I'm gonna stick another one on here. I don't know, it was on this page. See that big word there? I don't know how you guys see it, but I want to travel the world. I want to meet people around the world and share what I learned from them here on this channel, through my vlogs, through live streaming. I want to experience all the parts of the world through traveling. I hope you could see it and it doesn't reverse it. Lots of vacations, lots of travel. Yeah. Lucas says, because all you guys are creating a vision board, I'm going to create a vision board. Absolutely. Just use what you have. Even if you have a pencil and just a scrap piece of paper, you don't need every magazine. Like I get magazines from our librarian, older magazines from like, this is old. Flyers that you get in the mail. You can write words if you want. Like if you want more joy in your life, you could write it. You could write it, you could stick the image, you could draw it. If I knew how to draw, I would. If you want love, I could draw a heart. You want more love in your life? You know, cut out a picture of a happy couple, or draw a heart, or write the word love. There's no rules. There's no rules. We just want a visual representation of the things that you're going to work towards. Because this is not just create a vision board and then go back to doom scrolling. Okay? It's create a vision board and decide what this means for me. What's my next actionable step? Right? Well, you know, I have intentions of eating properly. Maybe my next actionable step after this live stream is to create a nice like fruit and vegetable platter so I can eat something healthy after this, right? I want to do some work anywhere around the world. You know, I want to create. I have something I want to start working on. I want the freedom to do that, work anywhere in the world. This is great. Is there a new car that you want? Would this magazine be something that you would enjoy? You know, eventually we're going to need a new car. Our cars are old. Wow. I would love a nice hybrid SUV. Wow, the Toyota. I love Toyota. You folks know that. I've got a loyalty to Toyota that I love. I would love if there was like a hybrid 4Runner. This is a picture of a 4Runner. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I gotta put that on my vision board. I don't know if they make the hybrid 4Runner yet, but I learned to drive in a 4Runner. Shout out to my high school sweetheart. My high school boyfriend taught me how to drive. Remember, my dad died. My high school boyfriend taught me how to drive in a Toyota 4Runner. My husband now, who I've been with for 20 something years, works for Toyota. We only own here, our primary vehicles are Toyotas. Look at that. Hey, look, Lucas says, oh, good thing I bought some glue yesterday. Absolutely, thank goodness. This is beautiful, but if you have tape, folks, I want you to use whatever you have. I don't want you to ever think that you don't have everything you need to create the vision of what you want for your future. You have everything you need. So let me see. I need to stick one more thing on there. Should I write some more words? You know, what would be the words that I want? I really like, I know it doesn't mean much to some people, but I really love this 100%. And for me, 100% is belief. I have 100% belief that things are going to work out better than I expected. I believe it 100%. I have 100% belief that things are going to work out better than I expected, that I'm on the right track. So if you don't have any stickers or images or glue at this time, but you just have a pencil and a scrap paper, just write some words down. Write the words that you want. Oh, help, my Wi-Fi is lagging. Oh no. Let's write Wi-Fi on our boards, folks. So again, look, we've got the butterfly effect on the map. The map represents us traveling the world, and the butterfly effect represents the fact that one small action that we take has a ripple effect. Every small action we take has a ripple effect. So don't minimize being kind to others. The content that you watch, the people you follow, all of that stuff has a real impact on your life and on your future. So here is my vision board. We've got the traveling, the vacation, the water. I am a former mermaid, probably. If there was such thing as a previous life, I was a mermaid. Vacations, living a slow life, slow mornings, traveling, having 100% belief, driving my 4Runner, my dream car, working anywhere around the world, feeling joy, play, staying in nice accommodation, and of course, eating healthy. This is just a start of my vision board. I do look forward to doing this again with you in the future. Seeing your boards, featuring them in my upcoming vlog, I simply can't wait. So what's the actionable step as we close this off? Oh, thank you, Vikas. As we close off this live stream of creating our vision board for the future, What is one small step that we can take? Oh, thank you, Lauren. I'm so glad you're here and that you found this fun. I can't wait to see what you created. I can't wait. Uh, Look, I can't wait to see what you created. I can't wait to feature them in a vlog. What's one small actionable step that we're going to take? I know that I know it sounds simple, but I am just going to make sure I eat a fruit platter right now with some vegetables and some protein and make sure that I get some of these nutrients here. And I'm making a conscious effort. Let's see. Oh, thank you. We've got, is it JJ Wimmy? Says, hello, you just popped out on my page and I don't know you, but you look pretty and I like your eyes are so lovely. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm so sorry we didn't see you earlier. I've been on this live stream. It looks like 100 minutes. It says we've been creating a vision board. I hope to see your name here in the future. Welcome to the channel. My name is Robin. I can't wait to see the subscribers who want to post their artwork on the channel. Please do. Hey, Niels, I'm glad you're here. I'm signing off shortly. We did a live stream. We created a vision board. I shared what some of these images mean to me. I would love to see your images and what they mean to you, what you drew, what you wrote, what the pictures, whatever you're comfortable with sharing, please do share it. And let's speak it into existence. Let's see, probability. Is it probability? Probability is life, says Robin. Are you a good person or insane? I would say maybe a combination of both. No, I'm definitely a good person. And who knows? Maybe we have to be partially insane. What is it called? Delusional? I have a delusional belief that I am on the right track, doing the right thing. These live streams energize me. I love sharing positivity, optimism, actionable steps that we can take, and just using the internet for good. When you look for the good, you become part of it. And I want to bring good to the internet. So maybe I have to be slightly delusional for that. I don't know. Thanks for your emoji. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. Can't wait to see your vision board. Yes, good luck, fellow being, probability says. Thank you. Likewise, good luck. Good luck to you as well. And remember, we create our own luck, folks. We literally create our own luck. So do you believe you're lucky? Do you believe you live in a friendly or a hostile universe? Because whatever you believe, life will mirror that back to you. So let's believe in what we want to create for ourselves, the ability to create the things we want, whatever that means to us. I can't wait to see your work, and I can't wait to know what's your actionable step. What are you going to do right now? What's your actionable step? Put some money in the bank, some savings. Dangerous. Lucas says, I'm also about to leave my brother. Oh, he just arrived from LA. Oh, we'll say hello to your brother. It sounds like you have a family visit, a beautiful visit, family. What a great opportunity. Love, connection. These are all things that should be right on that dream board, right on that action board. Connection. Thank you for being part of this. You know, I do feel a connection to you, and I'm grateful you're here. And I can't wait to see all the wonderful things we create together. I look forward to the next live stream. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, I can't wait.